A drunk, arrogant tourist staggered before the royal guard, mocking, jeering, and finally drenching him in beer before hurling a bottle at his face. He expected silence. Instead, the guard shattered protocol. His voice thundered, sending chills through the crowd. And in that moment, the tourist knew he had made a terrible mistake. London was living its usual life. Tourists crowded around Buckingham Palace, snapping photos, while the royal guards stood motionless, guarding the honor of tradition. Everything was peaceful until he appeared. A fat, sweaty tourist in a torn t-shirt, his face flushed red from alcohol, staggered down the pavement, barely able to stay on his feet. The stench of booze and sweat radiated off him so strongly that even people several feet away wrinkled their noses. In one hand, he clutched a massive bottle of beer, taking greedy gulps, half of it spilling down his chest. In the other, a crumpled phone, which he waved around, obviously recording himself for some social media post. "Oh, there he is," the tourist cackled, pointing a filthy finger at the guard. "Hey, Mr. Stoneface. Dude, are you even alive? Come on, blink if you can hear me." The guard, tall and composed, stood at his post, maintaining a flawless stance. He had seen plenty of tourists in his time, but this one was special, loud, reeking, and completely out of control. "Hey man, are you even human or just a robot? Here's what I'm thinking." The drunk slob took a wide step forward, nearly losing his balance. "You seriously can't move? Ha ha, dude, what if I offer you some beer, huh? Come on, buddy, loosen up. Here, take it." With that, he thrust the bottle forward and gave it a rough shake, sending beer foam flying through the air. The crowd around them began to stir. Some people laughed and recorded, others frowned in disapproval of the drunk's behavior. Seeing that the guard wasn't reacting, the tourist grinned even wider. He leaned in, his sweaty face almost touching the guard's pristine uniform, and slurred through his boozy breath. "Ooh, so you really are a robot, huh? Hey, what if I check? Maybe you're not even a real person." And before anyone could stop him, he did the unthinkable. He dumped the rest of his beer all over the guard's uniform. The golden liquid soaked into the red tunic, running down the crisp, pressed fabric. The crowd gasped. A few people shouted in outrage, while others were already furiously typing comments, live streaming the scene. The guard didn't move, but now his eyes burned with cold fury. One more second and he might have... But no, duty came first. The drunk tourist, thrilled that he hadn't been punched on the spot, rummaged through his pockets and pulled out another bottle. "Oh, my bad, bro. No worries. I've got more. Maybe you'll take a sip this time. Hey guys, let's make him drink. He's gotta be human, right? Come on, say something," he bellowed at the crowd. Some people started yelling back, "Get lost! This isn't funny!" But most just watched, entertained by the escalating spectacle. The guard remained still, though his fists clenched so tightly that his knuckles turned white. The drunk, however, was only getting bolder. Okay, maybe you don't understand our language." The tourist put on a ridiculously fake British accent. "Oh, sir, I do apologize. I didn't mean to disrupt your royal discipline. Ha ha ha." The crowd shifted uncomfortably. Someone muttered, "They're gonna drag him out any second now." But the drunk didn't care. "Well, fine. Maybe you'll react to this?" And with that, he hurled the full beer bottle straight at the guard's face. A dull thunk echoed as the glass struck the brass chin guard of the soldier's helmet. The bottle bounced off without breaking. But it was enough. The guard abruptly took a step forward, breaking his rigid stillness. His voice, loud and commanding, cut through the air. "Step back immediately!" The crowd froze. The drunk blinked, suddenly realizing he might have made a mistake. The guard, now free from his motionless stance, stepped even closer. His face was inches away from the stunned tourists.
Get back behind the line, now.
His voice carried the weight of barely restrained fury. The drunk's eyes darted left and right, his mind struggling to process what just happened.
Hey, you can't move, right? Ha, ha, ha,
he stammered. At that moment, 2 security officers emerged from the crowd. One grabbed the tourist by the shoulder, the other seized his arm.
That's enough. You're leaving,
one of them said coldly.
Hey, let me go, I was just joking. I'm a tourist, I can do what I want.
The fat man whined, realizing that things were no longer funny. Without another word, the officers dragged him away, leaving the stunned onlookers in silence. Within 10 minutes, footage of the incident flooded the internet. In just 2 hours, it had racked up millions of views, with comments exploding in outrage.
This is humiliating! That idiot got exactly what he deserved. Respect to the guard. He kept his cool till the last second.
And the guard? He simply adjusted his uniform, took a deep breath, and returned to his post. His duty remained unchanged.